What's going on, everybody? My name is Michael Seitz, joined by Alberto Calderon, and this is Cal and Seitz. Alberto, we got to start getting consistent again.
We need to. We gotta start.
Badly.
We gotta start uploading on a consistent basis, but we'll get there. We'll get there.
Try for every Friday for now. Maybe mix
Yeah.
in a midweek special or something. You never know.
Of course.
So we've got a lot of ground to cover tonight. A lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
Here it's recording this on the Thursday night. So we got an NHL game that's in progress right now that we don't know the outcome of. As Vegas actually just scored to make it 3-2.
Oh, there we go.
10:36 Eastern time here. While we're recording this, it is they haven't uploaded it yet. I'll let you know. But we're gonna start in hockey. We're gonna jump to college football. Big possible announcement today, and then we're gonna do something cool with baseball that I hope to do every Friday from here on out.
I like it.
So let's go, and it's the Montreal Canadiens time.
It definitely is. That was. I mean, they've won 7 straight games. All pretty much 7 games have been pretty convincing as well too. I mean, the way that they came back against Toronto. Last time we recorded, it was prior to the game 6.
Yeah,
I think it was. We said that they'll win that game, but if it goes back to Toronto, I think Toronto will get the job done. But there was also some room for Toronto to do some Toronto thing.
And they did.
And that obviously happened. And then, it just shot off from there. I definitely didn't expect Montreal to win this series in 4. I thought they could win the series maybe in 7. I had to be in 7 or later than 5. But the way that they did it,
I'm sorry, that was so funny.
I mean, it's comical. It's honestly comical what Toronto did. It's comical because, I mean, they have so many demons that they just haven't exercised since when was the last time they won a cup?
56 years now, I think.
I wanted to say, the 50s or 60s around there.
60s, I think, maybe.
And I know you had the Jets winning this series pretty convincingly, or not convincingly.
No, I had the Jets struggling but making it out in 6 or 7. Okay. I didn't have the Jets struggling and getting swept. I did say the Jets would have an easier time with Toronto, which we'll never know because of how bad this Jets team played. But you know what this reminds me of, Alberto? This reminds me of 2019. The New York Islanders in the first round sweep the Pittsburgh Penguins. They go on to get swept by the Carolina Hurricanes, who go on to get swept by the Boston Bruins, who go on to lose in 7 in the Stanley Cup Finals. So if this trend is right, we've got a sweep the Jets over the Oilers. We got to sweep the Canadiens over the Jets. We could have a sweep with the winner of the Colorado Vegas series.
That's likely.
And then it is likely. And then they lose in 7 in the final. That would be creepy.
That'd be very weird.
But
that'd be extremely weird. Because wait, so Islanders swept Pittsburgh. Canes swept the Islanders. Boston
Bruins swept the Canes.
Yeah. That'd be very, very coincidental. That'd be weird. But
hockey's fun.
I mean, and that sweep with either Vegas or Colorado over Montreal is definitely likely because both those teams are definitely superior than Montreal. But we'll see what happens.
And I also, real quick before we move on, just to the theatrical nature of the Stanley Cup playoffs is why so many people love it. But we had our one friend, he's been on the show before. You'll know who I'm talking about in a second. He said that, oh, wow, good job, NHL. You've got Crosby, Matthews, Ovechkin, and somebody else all out, all 4 of your biggest stars, and McDavid all out in the first round. Good job. I'm like, well, yeah, but if you're a hockey fan, there are so many other teams to watch, and that's what you want. You want parity.
Yeah.
You don't want the big guy winning every year like LeBron.
Yeah. Same thing is happening in the NBA. I mean, obviously, LeBron's out right now, but there's so many good players, and obviously the Brooklyn Nets with KD, Kyrie, and Harden.
And this is like the first year in a while that this has happened in the NBA, which I'm glad to see.
Yeah. No,
that's what I want to see.
Especially in the NHL. I mean, you have McKinnon left. I mean, you have the guys on the Bulls. I mean, Carolina was right here. Vegas.
You had the whole first line for Boston.
I mean, yeah, exactly. And you got, those defensive studs on the Islanders. So, I mean, there's plenty of big names still. You don't need Crosby, McDavid.
Hell, you got Carey Price back. He's back.
I know.
Half price.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully, realistically, how many games do you think Montreal can take from either Vegas or Colorado?
If it's Vegas, 2. If it's Colorado, 1.
Okay.
We'll get to them let's get to them right now. The Avalanche actually just tied it back at 3.
Oh wow. Okay.
So they're at this moment of recording, there is 2:45 left in the second period. It is 3-3. Goals by Devon Toews, Mikko Rantanen, and Andre Burakovsky for the Avalanche.
Okay.
Goals by Nick Holden, William Karlsson, and Kolasar. I don't know who this guy is, honestly.
Keegan Kolasar.
That would be him. I have honestly never heard of him.
He's like 23, 24 years old.
He's 24, 6'2", 217.
Yeah.
He's got a goal and 2 assists and a -3 rating in 11 playoff games now. So sounds like he's a young guy, fourth liner. But so Avalanche have been able to level in the Knights as well after the Avalanche struck 23 seconds in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say right now, I don't care who wins this series. The winner of it wins the cup. I tweeted out the other day that this Vegas-Colorado series is a spitting image of the Pittsburgh-Washington series from 2016 to 2018, where those Pittsburgh teams in 16 and 17 and Washington in 18 went on to fairly easily win the cup after – not fairly easily, but win the cup after taking down their rival there in Vegas and Colorado, becoming a rivalry throughout this year.
Yeah.
So I really do believe whoever wins will take down Montreal in 5 or 6 and probably go on to win the cup, but it's going to be tough. 2 very good teams out of the technical East this year.
Yeah.
Even though Montreal is playing in the West. But so what do you think about this series that's currently ongoing as we speak?
No, this is very surprising, especially from the first 2 games. Colorado took the first one very convincing, 6-1, 7-1. That wasn't looking good. And then game 2, they lose that one, Vegas. Go down 2-0. And I was very surprised that they came back and they won both games at home, honestly. I thought Colorado would snag at least one game, 3-1, go back home and seal it. That was
what we say, though. Not a series till somebody wins a game on the road.
Exactly. And Vegas did so 2 nights ago, Tuesday night. And they're trying to close it out. I mean, this is the perfect opportunity. Close it out at home right now. They just got to lock up in the third period. Try to get a good bounce, good cycling, and just towards the net.
Marc-Andre Fleury has been phenomenal in this series. I still have no freaking clue why he was benched in game 1. No idea. Absolutely no idea. We might not even be here right now.
Yeah.
Talking about, like, what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
This might be signed, sealed, delivered. We got 4.
Yeah, I mean, like, they just came off that Minnesota series, Game 7.
He won that series for them.
He won the Minnesota series. He won, the last 2 games that they won in that series. Mm-hmm. Then they decided to start
Robin Leonard
in game 1, which makes absolutely no sense. I mean, that's just not common sense.
And it's like the 4th year in a row or 3rd year in a row that Fleury's been so outrightly disrespected.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what it is. I don't know if they just want to change the scenery. I don't know if he's tired or something. Listen, you can't be – listen, if you're tired, okay, you got to go up there and suit up. This is the playoffs. Yeah, yep. I mean, you have to. I personally think it wasn't him. It was definitely I think it was DeBoer. Yeah, 100%. I mean, he's not going to sit out game 1 against Colorado. No shot.
Yeah. So, all right. And like I said, too, we saw him in Pittsburgh all those years before Matt Murray came into the picture. He's played every playoff game pretty much, and he even came in relief in those playoff years. He was huge for the Penguins winning those cups. So
exactly.
All right, to the hypothetical East. I'm disappointed in the Carolina Hurricanes.
Yeah.
I'm really disappointed in the Carolina Hurricanes. They lost in 5. After 2 2-1 losses in games 1 and 2, they win 3-2 in overtime in game 3. They lose the 6-4 absolute, I don't know if you want to call it a slugfest, but it was just it was insane hockey, 8 goals in the second period. And then they get shut out by Andrei Vasilevsky, who's just proving again that he's the greatest goalie on the planet right now. 2-0. It's not like the Canes are out of any game. They lost by 1, by 1, by 2, and by 2.
Yeah.
So they were never out of any game. They were always in it. This Carolina team is very good. I really hope they can keep it, for the most part, together. Alex Needlehovic, I believe is how you pronounce it, is very good.
Yeah.
So is Reimer. Not sure who they're going to protect or if Seattle's even going to take one of those 2. I haven't really looked at that yet. I was waiting until after the Cup. But I'm disappointed in the Carolina Hurricanes here. But the Lightning showed that they're a machine. Kucherov is healthy. I don't know if we covered this on the last show since it's been so long. But apparently Kucherov was healthy like a month and a half before the playoffs started.
Yeah,
they kept him on the IL, and they're actually $17 million over the cap right now, which is
yeah.
I want to like Tampa Bay, I really do, but I can't. I can't root for them now. And I'm rooting for them against the Islanders personally, but I'm not rooting for them to win, if that makes sense.
No, I know, I understand. I'm not so much disappointed in Carolina as much as I'm impressed by Tampa Bay because, this series I definitely had going 7. Definitely slugfest. I mean, definitely 5-4 games, 6-5 games, overtime thrillers, just back and forth. But then, Tampa Bay, they just proved why they're the champs, and they're still the best team in the East, if you want to call it. We'll see how they fare against Colorado or Vegas if they make it there or if that happens. But I was definitely impressed by Tampa. I mean, not impressed with Bassey because that's just who he is. But the rest of the squad, it's unreal how they shut down that Carolina high-powered offense. It was
impressive.
Unreal. Yeah,
impressive. Alex Pietrangelo scored with 18 seconds left in the second, 4-3 heading to the third.
Oh man, they're going back and forth. That third period is going to be.
We're idiots for recording this right now. We should be watching that game, but okay, we'll move on to the final second round matchup. And this matchup was a spitting image almost of the first round series with the Penguins for the Islanders.
Mm-hmm.
Almost a spitting image. Just flip-flop games 1 and 2. So the Bruins win game 1 5-2. They look phenomenal. They look like they're going to roll. Islanders punch back, win game 2, gritty 4-3 overtime win. Game 3 on Long Island. Remember, the Penguin series is the crazy third period with like everything that can happen in a hockey season happened in 10 minutes. And the Penguins won that one. The Bruins get a little cheap goal from Marchand.
Yeah.
To win game 3. And then the Islanders said, yeah, it's enough. 4-1 win in game 4. Very reminiscent of game 4 against Pittsburgh. A 5-4 grind them out game 5 win. Very reminiscent to game 5 in Pittsburgh. And a 6-2 pull away at the end win in game 6. Once again, almost a carbon copy of the first round.
Yeah, especially game 5, which is now the Jari game. It's coined the Jari game.
It is.
And then game 6 pulling away and then clamping down, obviously on both the Pens and the Bruins. But
yeah,
I'm also as I don't want to say it, but I'm impressed.
So am I. I'm extremely impressed, and that building is insane.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! I don't know if it's just.
That's the best thing the organization could have done is, move the playoff games. Don't even have one at, in Brooklyn. Yep. Just let the Nets have it over there and just play every single game over there in Uniondale. It's the best thing they could have done. And then that building is just
Nassau's rocking.
It's literally shaking if you're there.
But, and I don't know if it's just not having full crowds in over a year, but I don't think so.
I think that place is it just gets loud in there. I mean, it's been
sound
since the early 80s. It's crazy up in there.
Sound just bounces off the walls in there, and that they got all their little soccer chants they're doing in there too. It sounds like Nashville, honestly.
They're having fun. Long Island's having fun right now, and I'm not a part of it. So,
all right. So we each have the winner of Vegas, Colorado, going to the finals.
Yes.
Who you got? Tampa Islanders rematch of last year's Eastern Conference Finals. Tampa won in 6 games.
This is a rematch. I definitely wanted to see this. I didn't think I was gonna see it before the playoffs started. I think this Islanders team is better than last year's. I think this Tampa Bay team is a little bit worse than their team last year. But I'll take Tampa in 7 this time rather than 6 last year. Who do you got?
And I hate when we agree. For the sake of this exercise, I will take the New York Islanders in 6 games, and it's going to be a carbon copy of the first 2 series. They're just going to keep going. Fun fact, do you know which team in the NHL playoffs is leading the league in goals for?
Probably the Islanders.
It is the New York Islanders.
Pretty ironic.
The clampdown, lockdown New York Islanders have scored 43 times in 12 games.
Yeah. They're playing Islander hockey and then also playing some,
Penguin hockey.
Yeah.
Tampa hockey. Carolina hockey.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's scary.
Yeah, which is, all of a sudden, remember last year we were talking about, halfway through last year, we were saying, the Islanders don't have a guy who has above maybe 25 points. And the guy who was Barzal. No one else was contributing, but, they added pieces, right? They added, Pajot, Everybody else started going. Bovilio started getting going. Anders Lee, he's not here, but he's obviously one of their core pieces, But this Islanders team is scary. I don't know if they'll get over this hump right now. It's tough. It's tough, especially the first 2 games in Tampa Bay. It's really tough. It's hard.
Yeah, if Tampa goes up 2-0, I think that series will be over. If they split on the road like they've done the first 2 series, I think they will probably be fine.
Do you know when Game 1 is?
Game 1 is no, I don't.
Not announced yet?
I don't think it's been announced yet. I can double check for you in a second.
We're waiting for because today's Game 6. If it gets to Game 7 for Colorado Vegas, it'll be Saturday. Probably Sunday. Game 1, a little afternoon matinee probably.
Yeah, if I was gonna say if Colorado sends it to a 7, it won't be till Sunday. If Vegas closes it out, it'll be Saturday, and then Montreal will play Sunday. That's what I would assume.
Yeah.
So, and I'll close our NHL discussion on this note is that I'm just thinking of what the Penguins could have done to that Boston team because they did not look good. Okay, we'll move on. College football today, out of the college football world, they finally did it, Alberto. Yeah. We've been calling for it.
It's not done.
It's going to happen. Yeah. It is, quote, 99% certain was the official lingo.
I like that.
We've been calling for an expansion to the college football playoff on our radio show, YouTube channel, whatever, Callan sites, wherever, for almost 2 years or over 2 years now.
Yeah.
And we came to the conclusion that a 12-team playoff would make more sense than an 18 playoff, but we weren't sure if they were going to do that.
Yeah.
They jumped right to 12.
Yeah.
I love it.
I like it. I actually, I love it as well because as I did want to see 8 because then, there's a set format that you can do with 8 teams, and we've spoken about that before.
Yeah.
You can line that up perfectly. It's interesting how they're going to line up the 12 because I know you're going to have, your 5 Power 5 conference winners and then maybe, a slot for Notre Dame.
Well,
I think this opens up a slot for maybe 2,
Group of 5
teams, which I like because this past year we had, Coastal Carolina, and BYU. That would have been perfect. I would have loved to see them go up against a Power 5 team. But I like what they're doing. I like where they're heading.
They have not officially announced it yet. Obviously, they say the board is almost 100%, 99% going to approve this for after the 2023 regular season. So that means the January 2024 would be the playoff probably, right?
Yeah. So the 23.
So 2 seasons from now.
Yeah. Okay.
So they haven't said that all Power 5 winners are in. They haven't said anything like that yet. This is all speculation. But if you're going straight off of 1 through 12 rankings last year before the Bowls, here is what you would be looking at. Buys would be number 1 Alabama, number 2 Clemson, number 3 Ohio State, and number 4 Notre Dame would get buys.
Those would be the buys. Okay.
Number 5 Texas A&M would host Coastal Carolina University.
A&M, that's right.
Coastal Carolina A&M winner would get Notre Dame.
That's a great game. That'd be a great game.
Even the Coastal A&M game would be great.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Game.
That'd be a great game.
Yeah. Okay, so
the Notre Dame game would be even better.
So I think that we take Texas A&M out of there.
Yes.
We plug them in with Notre Dame. Okay. Number 6 Oklahoma would play number 11 Indiana.
Okay.
Indiana was good last year. They tailed towards the end. Oklahoma surged toward the end. I'll take Oklahoma in that one.
Yeah, in a blowout too, because Penix got injured toward the end of the season. That'd be a blowout.
That's right. I forgot about that. So they would take on Ohio State. Number 7 Florida Gators. And number 10 Iowa State Cyclones. Iowa State really came on at the end. Florida fell off with that LSU blow up in the SEC championship game loss. I'm still going to take the Gators here, but that would be a very, very good game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And the winner of that would play Clemson. And then we got the 8-9 game last year. The Bearcats of Cincinnati were 8 and Georgia was 9.
That's
Georgia won that game. It was a fantastic Peach Bowl.
Game. The Peach Bowl, yeah.
Fantastic game. The winner of that would get Alabama. I think it's safe to say that Alabama would have won that game.
Georgia won that game. It was a tight game, right? Like 3-4 points, something like that.
For the Cincy game?
Yeah, Georgia, Cincy.
Yes,
Yeah,
Georgia won by like 2 or 3.
that was a
But
great game.
I'm saying if Georgia, we'll just take Georgia there. Georgia, Alabama, I take Alabama. They weren't losing last year. They were a buzzsaw, as usual. Clemson would get the winner of Florida, Iowa State. I think Clemson would win that one.
Yeah.
I got Ohio State over Oklahoma, and then I think A&M would have beat Notre Dame. And then you have Alabama, A&M, Clemson, Ohio State. Ohio State obviously beat Clemson, and then A&M, Alabama will be a good game, but I got the Tide, and I have the same national championship and the same champion. But that might be the more than likely outcome of this for the most part to start, is we're going to end up with the 1, 2, 3, 4, which is fine. It's just now they actually have to play an extra game to get there, which is big, and it opens the door for this parity. So,
which I like, and so the first round, so the playing games, well, not playing games, but you know what I mean. The first rounds 5 through 12 would be on campus, right?
I would hope so. They might do neutral site, but I would really hope they would be on the higher seats campus. That'd be awesome.
I would like the first round games to be on campus, and the second round, the last 8 teams would be neutral site wherever, and then the final 4 obviously the have the bowl games.
See, I think the first 2 rounds should be on campus because that's almost a disadvantage for the top 4 now. Sure, you have to play one last game.
There's no incentive to,
to get the top 4.
Exactly.
So if you get the first 2 and then you have your final semis and final in a neutral site. But either way, I'm excited. So I'm sure we'll get more into that sooner than later. So
who do you have right? I know it's early, I don't know if you have it set. Do you know who you have in your playoff this year? Top 4?
Oh, no, I have no idea what's going on in college football. I don't start paying attention to college football until like week 4 or 5. Like really in-depth paying attention to like rankings and who could win. I know Alabama's going to be dogs as usual. I know Clemson's going to be good. I know Ohio State's going to be good.
Oklahoma's going to be really good.
Yes, I saw that too. So, sure, those are 4 right there.
Yeah, there you go.
No, I'm so excited for college football. I'm excited for football in general. We're double-digit days away, which is scary to think. But
really?
Yep. Okay. It was 100 days till the NFL, like a couple weeks ago now, I think. 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, down the stretch. Right. I like it.
Let's go to baseball.
Let's do it, man.
So this is the thing I want to start doing every Friday. Some days we'll have more time. Today we don't have as much.
Yeah.
But we go through every series basically, and what's the result going to be? So we'll start the friendly confines of Wrigley Field. The Chicago Cubs host a huge series against the St. Louis Cardinals.
It's a big series.
The Cardinals are 2-8 in the last 10. My most recent article for TWSN I just put out Friday morning. So this morning when you're watching this video, it was June swoons and June surges, and I had the Cardinals under swoons. Not only because they started, I think it's going to continue. And the Cubs, on the other hand, they were 9-1 in the last 10, go out west. Giants beat them up a little bit, but then they rebound nicely against the Padres, taking 2 of 3. Who you got here?
I got the Cubs, solely because they're soaring. St. Louis is struggling. And, these 2 teams I thought would be, I thought they would have their position switch where they are right now. St. Louis hitting their stride, leading the division. And it's not even Chicago leading the division right now. It's Milwaukee. It's Milwaukee. But, before the season, I thought, on paper, St. Louis was the best team. And, there was going to be a dogfight, but one team would pull away eventually. I thought it would be St. Louis. St. Louis, I mean, this is a big series. This is a make-or-break series, already in early June. But I have Chicago. Who do you have?
I've got the Cubs 2 out of 3. Do you have the Cubs sweeping or?
Oof. No, 2 out of 3. That'd be hard. Yeah, 2 out of 3.
We're in agreement with the Cubs 2 out of 3 against the struggling Cardinals. But I would not be shocked if the Cards won the series. But I'm going with the Cubs here. My Buccos just took 3 or 4 from Miami, then got swept by the Dodgers, which is, expected.
No, yeah.
I said this before. I was happy with their play for the most part this series. It's just these aren't games that rebuilding teams win. But I was happy with the progress they're making. But still, go up to Milwaukee, face the Red Hot Brewers. Woodruff on the mound tomorrow.
Guys might get no hit.
Maybe. No, we got Frazier, Hayes, Reynolds. Nah.
Yeah, no.
One of them will get at least one hit.
Frazier would definitely get a hit, but Brewers are gonna sweep you guys.
You got to sweep.
Yeah, well, I got to sweep.
Oh yeah, Woodruff and Burns. Yeah, it's gonna be a sweep. It's gonna be a sweep.
Who's the Sunday matchup, or is Burns on Saturday?
Hauser and TBD. It's Chase DeYoung and Woodruff. It's Chad Cole and Corbin Burns and TBD versus Hauser. I think it might be Trevor Cahill, so that's definitely a loss. Okay, we'll move on.
What?
Giants Nats got postponed today. DeSclafani and Scherzer tomorrow. The Giants, still one of the most surprising teams in baseball to this point. Best record in the NL, 38-23, leading the West. The Nationals at 25-33, basement of the East. They're playing 4. They'll play 2 on Saturday. What are you thinking here?
This is a 4-game set?
2 on Saturday, yeah. They got rained out today.
Ooh, this is a tough series. Not so much, honestly, because Washington's kind of struggling as of late. And San Fran is, you can't even say they're overachieving right now because they're the real deal. I like San Fran taking tomorrow, splitting Saturday, and taking Sunday. So 3 out of 4.
I'm going to go with the split.
Okay.
Scherzer's going tomorrow.
Okay.
I think they'll split Saturday, win Sunday, and lose tomorrow. Okay. All right, Rockies and Reds. The Rockies stink. Reds aren't very good, but they've been better. They've been better lately.
Yeah.
They've really aided the Cardinals' struggles recently. They swept them in 4 last weekend before, I think, did they lose today? Yeah, they lost today. The Brewers took 2 of 3 from them. They ran into the buzzsaw of their own.
Yep.
Rockies just dropped, I believe, 2 of 3 to the Marlins, who are struggling themselves. Freeland and Maley tomorrow night at Great American Small Park. What are we thinking here?
I got Cincy with the sweep, most likely.
And Colorado's terrible on the road, too. I've got Cincy taking 2 out of 3.
You know their record on the road right now, or?
Not good. I'll tell you that. It's single-digit wins, I'm pretty sure.
Let me check.
Them and the Diamondbacks, I'm pretty sure it's single-digit wins.
4.
Oh,
Hey, but they're pretty solid on the at home with 20 wins and 14 losses only.
Really?
Oh my
goodness. Wow. That's out of line.
Just imagine if they just kept the boat afloat on the road.
They're not good. 5-24. Holy crap, that's bad. Pirates are 10-19 on the road, so they're not even that bad.
That's not too much.
5-24. That's awful.
Yeah.
All right, we'll move on. Padres Mets. I can't figure out the Mets. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think they're any good, honestly. I think they're just a little bit above 500. Sorry, Tom.
I will give them credit. They do have a double-A lineup out there, but they have been playing the Orioles. They played the Padres, which was the first team over 500 they played in over a month.
And they're playing them again now.
I mean, they played the D-backs. They played the Phillies. I mean, they played everybody within the division.
But a division that's surprisingly mediocre.
Yeah, I will give them credit with the double-A lineup they have out there. But, listen, all they need to do is just, not surrender that division because Atlanta, they will hit their stride maybe, I think.
They've got to. They're too good not to.
They will. They will eventually. I definitely sense a run over the next couple weeks. But
it's a key month for them.
Yeah, I like the Padres 2 out of 3. I think DeGrom is pitching tomorrow. That's all I've heard.
DeGrom's going tomorrow against Snell, so that's a win. Probably. Musgrove and Stroman, and then Paddock and Lucchesi. I've got 2 out of 3 for the Padres.
Yeah, definitely Saturday and Sunday they'll get the wins.
Yeah. I've got 2 out of 3 for the Padres. If they beat DeGrom, they'll sweep them. And this is a pretty hot take I'm about to give.
Okay.
Remember how we thought the NL Central was going to be very mediocre and the NL East is going to be very, very good? I think we might have a switcheroo.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Mm-hmm.
So interesting because
we knew that Pittsburgh was going to be
bad.
Yeah. But we had an idea that Milwaukee, Chicago, Cincy, and St. Louis especially were going to have a dog fight.
And we thought they were going to be closer to 500 than anything, but now we've got Cubs and Brewers at 8 over. I mean, the Cardinals are only 2 over, but they're a much better team than that.
Yeah.
And the Reds are around 500 where they should be. But we were expecting, the Cardinals to be up there, maybe 5 over. Brewers to be 1 over, Cubs to be about 500, Reds to be where they are right now, Pirates out of it. And then we expected Mets, Braves, and Phillies up at the top, way up there.
Yeah.
And then we expected Miami to be around 500 and Washington to be bad, and it's just they're all bad right now.
They're all bad. Phillies, honestly, they've actually impressed me.
Philly's one of the most overrated teams in the league, I think, personally. But
they're playing well. Their bullpen's their
bullpen's awful.
Their bullpen is awful, but they've held their own a little bit.
Yeah, no, it won't last.
I'm just waiting for Atlanta. They're 4 back right now as I'm looking at it. I'm just waiting for them to get on their run. Win, I'd say maybe like 15 out of 20 games. That stretch for 3 weeks where they just rake, and I'm just waiting for it. And if it doesn't happen by All-Star break,
then you get concerned. And Brian Snitker, the Braves manager, actually on tape on Sunday Night Baseball earlier in May said that he doesn't look at the actual standings until after the All-Star break. He does not look at it. He does not listen to it. He doesn't even care what the team's record is until after the All-Star break. So
I wish I was like that.
Me too.
I wish no one knew what the standings were. I wish no one knew whose record is what until after the All-Star break. You don't even know who you're playing.
July 16th.
Just go down and play.
Yeah, I like to know my Pirates when they're 12 and 11 in peak. So, all right, Mariners, Indians, 2 surprising teams. The Mariners 2 under, the Indians 5 over. In Cleveland. What are you thinking?
I think Mariners are kind of overachieving right now. I like Cleveland. I think Cleveland is decent. I thought they were going to be under 500 this year because I thought it was going to be White Sox, Twins in a heavyweight bout for the division. Cleveland right there around 500.
Twins stink.
They are a bad team. The Yankees are playing them right now, and I saw their lineup these past 3 games, and I just don't know who these players are. I don't know where this team has gone. I just don't know who they are. But I like Cleveland, and I like Cleveland this series. 2 out of 3.
Seattle 4-6 over the last 10. Cleveland 5-5. I'll take 2 out of 3 for the Indians here.
Okay, where is it? Did you say
Cleveland? Okay, that's why. If it was in Seattle, I'd probably switch it.
Yeah.
The Baltimore Orioles 22-39 head down to St. Petersburg to take on the Tampa Bay Rays, your favorite team in the MLB, Alberto. They always find a way. Always. I don't know what it is. They just keep on doing it, and they're going to sweep. Easy decision.
Yeah, they're going to sweep. The Rays.
It sounded so demoralizing. Yeah, they're going to sweep.
I just can't with the Rays. And I heard an interesting point, and I definitely did agree with it. I don't know who it was, but I heard it somewhere on the radio. Or not. I forget where I heard it, but I heard, the Rays, this Rays team, the last 2-3 years was specifically designed to beat the New York Yankees.
Really?
I heard it.
Love that.
They were specifically built, designed, and put together to beat the New York Yankees.
Well, they're doing a damn good job of it.
I wish I could write an article, but that's what their complexion is.
Go ahead, send it to me. I'll slap my name right on that bad boy. No, but I also heard about the Rays that their design was to get a player that was exactly or just above major league average at every single position, every 40 spots on the 40-man. There is no weak point.
Yeah.
There are 40 average to above average players, and if you put 40 to average to above average Major League Baseball players on the same roster, it is guaranteed that at least 3 of them, probably 5 to 10, are going to flourish.
Yeah.
And that's what has happened the last couple of years with the Rays. And all the credit to them. So.
Yeah. I mean, like when you look at their bullpen, it's just, and this is what I'm talking about when they're, they're perfectly built to beat the Yankees. When you look at their bullpen, it's righty. And then you have like the 2 lefties.
Fairbanks.
You have the 2 lefties, which is, I forget their names, but.
Fairbanks is lefty, right?
Fairbanks is lefty, I think, and no, Fairbanks is a righty.
Fairbanks is righty.
Yarbrough.
He's starting tomorrow.
Yeah.
Opening.
He's just starting now, which is just scary. But, they're just righty, righty, righty. And the entire Yankees lineup is righty, righty. I mean, the entire Yankee lineup tonight was all right-handed. There's not one lefty.
That's why Adam Frazier's getting lux from the Yankees. I'm not even lying. That was reported today. White Sox looking at him, too.
The Yankees are looking at to snag Marte. Starling, that is.
Starling? He's a righty, too.
He's a switch hitter. Is he a switch?
No, he's a righty.
I thought he was a left hand. I thought he was a switch hitter. Center fielder.
No, he's a righty. Ketel Marte is a switch hitting second baseman.
No, we're looking at Starling because we need a center fielder. Gardner's not fitting the cut, and Hicks is done for the season. So. Oh,
really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's
okay. So we'll move on.
Yeah.
Blue Jays Red Sox should be a great series in Boston.
Great series.
I'm still waiting for Boston to slow down. They're 6-4.
They're not.
Last 10.
They're not. A little.
Blue Jays are 5-5. Should be a great series. Who do we got here? It's Stripling Richards tomorrow. We got Matz and Pivetta on Saturday, and Ray and Perez on Sunday.
Ooh, I like Toronto.
Damn.
Because I
like need Toronto. To start going first.
I like Toronto because they're not facing Evaldi or Rodriguez. So I like Toronto, especially tomorrow because Garrett Richards is. I don't know why he's still in the league because.
Go back to the Angels.
I mean, he sucked in the Angels. I don't know why they thought it would be different with Boston, but I like Toronto. If I think they could sweep them, honestly.
Wow. Okay. I will be rooting for that though.
Anyway, but they'll definitely take 2.
All right. White Sox 38-24. Tigers 26-36. The White Sox sweep it easily. Giolito, Cease, and Rodon are going. So you don't even have to know who's pitching for the Tigers.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on.
Yeah.
Braves Marlins. Charlie Morton, Sandy Alcantara on Friday. Good game there. Good matchup. Saturday. Let me see if I can find it on my phone here. I can't even find the game, so couldn't tell you who's pitching there. But, here we go. Max Fried and versus TBD for the Marlins. And then on Sunday, we are looking at, from Miami, pitching matchup of to be determined versus to be determined. So. Okay.
But I like the Braves in the first 2. And maybe this is the series that we're talking about where they just catapult because, they need to get over 5. They need to see 500 or they need to see over 500. And this
Drew Smiley versus Lopez. Sorry to cut you off. It's Sunday. It just loaded.
Okay.
If that changes, Lopez's ERA is 2.76. So.
No, he's pitching really well. So I like Atlanta 2 out of 3. I'd probably drop in the Sunday game. So
I need to start going first. Actually, you know what? Screw it. Alcantara and Lopez are getting wins.
They win tomorrow night.
2 out of 3 for the Marlins.
Okay. I need Atlanta to win this. I need them to see 500. I need them to come to fight with the Mets because once they do, they'll shoot right off and it won't be a contest by the end of August. So.
Yep. Houston headed up to Minnesota. Here we got the Astros at 35-27, coming fresh out of a series win in Boston. The Twins are pitiful for no apparent reason. The Astros beat the Twins in the playoffs last year in Target Field.
That's right.
Quiddy and Shoemaker tomorrow. Who we got?
Yeah, I got Houston with the sweep.
Garcia Barrios on Saturday. And on Sunday, it's Valdez and Pineda. I got Houston sweep.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, no, I have a sweep. Maybe the Twins steal. Not steal, but Barrios is good. Maybe they win Saturday, but I got a sweep for Houston right now.
All right, we got 3 more here. Angels, Diamondbacks. Shohei tomorrow.
Ooh, interesting.
On the bump. The Diamondbacks are another pitiful road team, but at least they're at home. They're 9-27 on the road, 11-16 at home.
What's with these teams they can't even get to double-digit wins on the road.
Pirates got 10. Let's go.
That's enough.
Texas is 9-23, by the way.
That's baffling to me, honestly. Even the worst, MLB team wins at least 2 games a week, and that's not even. Yeah. That's not. But yeah, Angels probably sweeping. I'm gonna watch that game tomorrow.
The Angels are such underperformers.
I don't even think they're that good. They're just built offensively. They don't have a rotation. They don't have 2 good pitchers.
Some guy named Cobb is going tomorrow.
For Arizona.
No, for the Angels.
I thought Shohei was
Or
pitching.
no, I'm sorry. Saturday. Excuse me.
Okay.
Cobb is going on Saturday. He's 4-2, but he's a 4.24 ERA. And then Sandoval's going on Sunday for the Angels, 0-2, 3.62.
Okay. Yes, I mean they don't have two good pitchers, and it doesn't help that Trout is out there built, with that lineup, and they're not producing.
Ohtani doesn't even pitch every 5 days. He pitches like every 8, 9.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Exactly. But when he's in the lineup, I mean he does.
He's phenomenal.
He does.
This is a hot take. I don't want to say Ohtani's overrated because he's not overrated, but he's overhyped in my opinion. Like what he's doing is amazing, but he should not be winning MVP right now. I'm sorry, he shouldn't. He's hitting 240.
Who do you think is AL MVP right now?
Vladdy.
Okay. I agree. I like it.
All right, Royals and A's playing right now. Bottom of the 6th, 1-0 Oakland. First of 4.
Okay.
Let's assume Oakland wins tonight.
Take one.
Tomorrow, we got Singer and Irvin. On Saturday, we've got an afternoon game. It's Kowar and I don't even know how to pronounce this guy's name. Never heard of either of those pitchers. K versus K, not really sure there. And then on Sunday, it's Bubik and Bassett. Know those two guys. So I've got 3 out of 4 for the A's.
I take a split there because I like Casey's lineup. I really like it.
Casey does mash.
That's James Caprillion for Oakland on Saturday.
I am having a brain fart right now.
Yeah.
No, why was I not able to pronounce that? That's not even that hard. I pronounce hockey names way harder than that.
Looks like Kaprizov down there going for the A's.
Good.
Looks like Kaprizov going for the A's.
Kaprizov, Calder nominee, pitching for the A's.
I like the split there. I like the Royals lineup. They're playing better. They're playing much better than what I thought they were gonna be at the beginning of the season. Excuse me.
All right. Kershaw, Bauer, and Buehler get to take down the Rangers at Dodger Stadium.
Those 3 this weekend?
The Rangers might not score. They're still single digits on the road, and they still will be after this weekend.
Minus 290, the money. Wow.
That's bad. That's really bad. There are some really bad teams in the MLB.
I'll give Texas 1.
Wow, that's generous.
I'll give Texas 1. I think they'll scrape out a win somewhere. Listen, even the worst MLB teams win twice a week.
That's true.
They'll get 1 win.
A little surprising here. DeGrom and the Mets minus 167 tomorrow.
Because Snell's countering, so I think Snell.
The Mets are minus 167 with Snell on the mound, even with DeGrom. I know DeGrom's that dominant, but that seems like a pretty heavy favorite.
Oh no, I've seen minus 220.
Oh, so have I, but like still, that's 167. It's against the Padres. It's not like you're playing like the Reds or the.
I would have honestly thought it was. I think that's fair because
interesting.
DeGrom is that dude, and Snell, he shows up in big. I mean, Snell shows up in big games. He hasn't been this year, but he shows up in big games. I think
DeGrom's my NL MVP at the moment. So.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's phenomenal. Both sides of the ball. He's better on time. Let's see. Chicago minus 177 tomorrow with Giolito on the mound. Rays are huge favorites.
Yeah.
For the lines out. Woodruff and the Brewers are minus 270.
That's
Pirates plus 220 tomorrow. Good value now. Ohtani minus 140 only. And then
it's not bad.
Can you give me a line on LA? I have it right here. Can you guess it?
LA
Kershaw and Floytonevich.
Oh, for Sunday?
For the Dodgers tomorrow. It's Floytonevich and Kershaw.
The
Dodgers are heavy favorites. What's the line? Take a guess. I got it.
Oh, it's minus 290, we said.
300 now.
Oh, my goodness.
Kershaw minus 300.
I mean, oh, my goodness.
Hammer. Not worth it.
It's not because you just can't. I mean, it's not even a testament to how good the Dodgers are. That's just saying how bad Texas is.
Yep. Well, I think that's all we had time for tonight. We ran a little over, I think. That's all right. We had fun doing it.
Yeah.
So 10 minutes left right now. Vegas is just ticking that thing away.
You still?
Yep, getting outshot 28-18 moment, still 4-3.
4-3.
Maybe we'll know the 4 teams by the end of this night. Hopefully not. So
we'll probably know. Listen, just deploy a little hybrid trap. Trap those Colorado suckers, and then we're good to go. We'll know the Final Four in less than 20 minutes.
That's all we got for tonight. We'll try again next Friday.
Yeah.
I hope.
We will.
We'll see. I think we're going to be more focused on baseball next week too, because we won't have as much hockey to talk about. We probably won't have college football to talk about. Who knows?
Sure.
Something we didn't get to touch on tonight. Julio Jones, scary as a Titan.
Very scary. Did you see the video today of his footwork?
He's fast. He's fast.
And he looks good at number 2, which I like.
He does look good at number 2, which A.J. Brown, huge props to him for recruiting him. He almost single-handedly brought him to Tennessee.
Yep.
And
exactly.
One last side note, Julio said he wanted to go somewhere with a quarterback with a big arm, big accurate arm, and people were saying, oh, Ryan Tannehill doesn't. Ryan Tannehill is 3rd in deep ball percentage and 2nd in deep balls thrown last year. So.
And I have a bone to pick with Atlanta for not getting a first rounder out of that.
Yes, that is robbery.
that is highway. That is highway robbery. How do you?
Doesn't matter. Titans don't have a defense. All right, we're done for tonight. I hope you had fun. I did. Hope everybody enjoyed listening or watching or whatever you're doing now. I don't even know what's going on. It's late. That's all the time we got for tonight. We'll see you next time on Cal Insights.